Claudine. Hi, Real Women of Philadelphia. My name is Tammy Osborne, and I want to welcome you into my kitchen today, where we will be making my Bruschetta Bites, the appetizer division. At the end of the week, last minute, I want to show you everything there is with this recipe, so hang on, we're going to get to it. The feature of this recipe today is Philadelphia cream cheese, but not just the original Philadelphia cream cheese. I have found a new variety, which is the sun-dried tomato and basil variety. Now, if you can't find this in your supermarket yet, you can still use the 8-ounce Philadelphia cream cheese, or if you're watching calories, you could try the 1/3 less fat. But otherwise, either way you do it, you've got a great recipe, quick, easy, but fabulous for all your guests to enjoy. So, to begin with for this recipe, you are going to need only a few ingredients for this. I like to select either from my garden, which is something I used to do when I was about 6 years old. My grandfather and I would go out to the garden, select all the fresh fruits and vegetables, come back in, and we would sneak the grape tomatoes while Grandma was over making some items for dinner. So, the favorite is grape tomatoes that are about this size. What you need is about 3 to 4 dozen of these. You're going to take a little tool with teeth on it, or a tool like a knife or a spoon, and take it and actually scoop out the centers of these to where you have the inside open so you can actually fit the cream cheese filling that we'll be doing inside. So basically, it's going to be a hole just like this inside the little grape tomato. I'm going to wipe my hands off, and I'm going to take you to the main part of the dish, which is very simple. Before you start the dish, you're going to need about 2 cups of toasted panko crumbs. Now, this is nothing but a Japanese breadcrumb you can find in the division of the Asian part of your supermarket, or any other place that has different types of breadcrumbs. Very simple. Just toast these on a cookie sheet for about 15 minutes in a 350-degree oven. Set these down. This is the last part of our recipe. So, start out with 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and you're going to put that into a bowl with our star of today, which is 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, sun-dried tomato and basil, and scoop that right into the bowl. Then I also like to add a little bit extra sun-dried tomatoes. So I use about 1/4 or to 1/2, whichever one you want to do, of chopped sun-dried tomatoes, and add this right to the mixture of the Philadelphia cream cheese. Then you're going to add 1/2 cup of chopped basil. Now, don't get too crazy, because you don't want to over chop the basil, because it gets a little bit bitter if you do. So add this to your dish. Then you're going to add about 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt, and about 1/2 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. And the last zinger is 1½ tablespoons of fresh minced garlic. You're going to add this all to the dish, and you're going to just mix this all around to where it gets nice. Everything gets nice and incorporated right into the dish with the cream cheese, and the oil makes it a little bit easier to blend it. And then what you end up with is, it almost kind of looks like a cheese ball, but it's not. You could, I suppose, eat it as a cheese ball if you'd like to. But what I like to do after I've mixed all of this around like this is to take a little spoon, and I grab just a little bit, about 1 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon of the mixture, and roll it in your hands just like this to where it's a little tiny size ball, just like that. Then you add this to your panko crumbs and make it nice and crispy by rolling this little ball around to where you have all of the panko crumbs inside of the ball, just like that. Next, take your little grape-sized tomato, just like this, and fit that right into the center and press it down to where it looks just like that. Now, I'm going to wipe off my hands here, and I'm going to show you the finished product. There is so many wonderful things that can accommodate this dish in the summertime. I like to add some fresh asparagus if you're doing it in spring, or you can also add fruit to the side of the dish to make it look nice. But I've got the finished dish for you. It's absolutely fabulous, very simple, and I would like to share this dish with you. It's on a beautiful plate, nicely presented, and I have got all of the tomatoes right on some basil leaves right on the top. And so what you do is you present this to your guest, give them a glass of bubbly, whatever else they want. But I'm going to try these, let you know how great and fantastic they are. That you could actually just pop them right into your mouth and taste them. See how pretty they look? Now, that's a mouthful. So, if you would like the recipe, please feel free, if you have any questions, just give me a call. Stop it. So now we have a beautiful plated dish of our Bruschetta Bites to enjoy. They're absolutely fantastic, easy to make, and your guests are going to love you. I'm going to taste just a little bit of this Bruschetta Bite. It's got a lot of crunchy flavors with it, plus all of the flavors of bruschetta on a little crostini, and just a wonderful burst of summer. So here is to making wonderful memories that you all will treasure, and I hope to see you in Savannah. Have a great day. Here is our finished dish of the Bruschetta Bites. Don't they look fabulous? I've just plated them on a bed of basil and on a little bit of a charger underneath that so that you can actually get a great picture presentation for your guest. So let's go ahead and try one of these great things. I've tasted these so many times, but I've got to let you know, these are absolutely fabulous. All the wonderful flavors. It makes you really think that you're eating a crostini, the bruschetta, you know, right out of a restaurant. Absolutely fabulous. And if you really like these, you can make about 3 to 4 up ahead of time overnight, put them in the refrigerator, and then the next day you have a great lunch or brunch party for your guest. So I hope you all enjoy this, and I hope to see all of you in Savannah.